Welcome back to the Mail-In Podcast. I'm your host, Dillon Shivery, coming to you live from the Lodge in Austin, Texas. Joining me is my co-host, Sally DeFries. What's up, Sal? In scrubs today. Love that.
Yeah, I didn't have time to change after work, to be honest.
You know, it's just kind of a crazy day.
Yeah.
You're coming straight from work. Dave and I, this is our third epi today, and we have a live stream tonight. Not to, put the vibe out there that you're not going to get full effort from us, because I think you are, but it's just one of those days.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Solid Wednesday.
Yeah. What's up, Dave? We got
absolutely
Dave
pounded.
on the board.
I absolutely pounded cold brew on my way here.
You got a little cat nap in.
Yeah, I was telling you, this isn't going to be indicative of my performance today, but it was one of those ones where, like, you wake up and you're like, oh man, I probably woke up either too late or too early. And I had some fog, but
Yeah.
the cold brew's kicking in now, as it often does.
Was it one of those naps that feels like it was 6 hours, but it's actually like
Yeah.
25 minutes?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
You nailed it. I had LPGA on the TV. Randy was sleeping right under me. I was on the couch. And I just kind of popped up, and he popped up and looked at me, and I was like, whoa, what day is it? One of those deals.
Yeah.
But how long did you actually sleep for?
I think it was between 20 and 25 minutes. I could check the whoop.
That is literally the lamest nap ever. If I take a
I'm
nap,
a terrible napper.
it's
29
going to
minutes.
be 2 hours or more.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of nap time.
I slept all day on Sunday. Pretty much all day. Because, I was so tired from the last week from, I worked 3/12s and I haven't done that in so long that Saturday we didn't really get a chance to sleep because we were watching the OU game and stuff. Sunday I didn't leave my bed. It was great. Just naps all day.
That sounds like a great little Sunday.
Are y'all going to watch Bly Manor?
What?
The Haunting of Bly Manor?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's The Haunting of Hill House, Season 2,
Yeah.
basically.
It's a Netflix series.
I don't even know what the Haunting of Hill House is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of the scarier shows.
I don't
in
like
recent,
scary
recent
stuff,
memory.
though.
Oh, I do.
I was never really an American Horror Story or whatever fan.
It's got it's American Horror Story. Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where after you watch, if you're watching at night, most people do watch scary shit at night. After you watch it, you need to flip something else on for 5-10 minutes to kind of get positive vibes going again. You can't just go to sleep right after that show.
So you chase it with an Emily in Paris?
I chased it with SportsCenter last night.
Maybe if you're my wife.
Something,
not to add
We've
her,
been
but-
watching Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
Parlayed into Emily in Paris. Let me just say, two of the most disappointing shows right now. Every time we watch Yellowstone, I'm like, it's so sappy right now.
The writing of Yellowstone is just so all right,
cheesy.
Guys, let's bring it in.
Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
And then we'll flip on Emily in Paris. Will immediately fall asleep. And I get sucked in, even though I'm like, this girl gained 20,000 Instagram followers in the last hour.
Really?
Have y'all not talked about it on any of the other podcasts? She starts
I know
off.
nothing about it.
It's a girl from Chicago. She moves to Paris. People are shitting all over it because it's one of those shows that was really easy to watch, but also terrible. And a lot of people who are expats are this is not what it's like to live in Paris, as an American.
Right.
But she's a social media manager, and she starts off with 48 Instagram followers on her first post. And the next
is this
one,
a documentary or a show?
No, it's a show.
Okay.
But she will post and I'm 48 followers, 12 likes, and her last one had 10,000 likes. And you're that's exponential growth.
It's doing numbers.
No one's doing that.
You're buying bots for that, I think.
Yeah. Is it a show that's intentionally is part of the charm that it's so bad? Because quite literally everyone has the same take on it. Even
that they watched it all, but they hated it.
Yeah, this is so awful, but I am not gonna
stop
watching
because it's a 30-minute episode, and it's nice to look at. Mostly maybe because we haven't traveled in so long that her being in Paris is tight. But people are that's not even what Paris is like.
That's probably gonna be a show I skip.
Maybe.
Yeah, Dillon. Yeah.
I mean, you could probably watch it in
make that
3
decision
hours,
for you.
one sitting.
Bly Manor though, it's good. Hubie Halloween. You seen Hubie Halloween?
No, what's that?
It's the
It's Adam
It's
Sandler
not
Halloween
spooky.
movie.
No, I'm not. No.
It's more funny than spooky.
Much like our podcast.
Spooky season?
Sure.
All right, we have some questions to get to. Before we do, let's talk about the hotline number. It is 888-362-MAIL. That's MAIL. 888-362-6245. You can also write in if you would prefer. There's a link in the Twitter bio at Mail-In Podcast. We have 7 questions today. Nothing's too heavy, I don't think, today.
I got a heavy bonus question.
Ooh, a heavy bonus question. Okay, we have
Yeah.
3 voicemails. The first one is an email. Dave, if you don't mind jumping right in.
Thank you. I have 2 friends who know each other or know of each other, but have never really hung out. I think they have similar senses of humor and both are into the same kinds of music. I think one date and they would hit it off. Here's the thing. They're both pretty big people. Am I an asshole for thinking 2 of my big friends would make a good couple? This person's words, not mine. Just going to get that out there.
We know you're reading an email. It's okay.
Also, how do I get the 2 of them into a room together now that concerts have been COVID canceled? I 100% think they would make a good couple. Are we doing COVID canceled?
The sentence about the concert's weird. Like, that's the only way people meet up is at concerts. Like,
Have you
I
ever
don't know.
legitimately met someone at a concert and
No,
been like, this was fun?
I don't, yeah, no.
That's a weird setup place.
It's a weird sentence. It just
I'm
doesn't
not
belong.
talking to people at concerts.
Yeah, absolutely not. Okay. It doesn't make you an asshole for thinking that these 2 would be a good pair. However, bringing it up to them or making it obvious that you're trying to set them up, it's touchy territory. Do you agree? Because it's like, oh, so you think I would be interested in Heather? I don't know her name, because she's big like me, huh? Like, it's just, I just wouldn't go there. I wouldn't even. I would put them in a position to run into each other and strike up conversation, maybe, but I wouldn't be like, you know who you'd be good for is Daniel, the other big dude in the friend group. It's just a weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that, even if they don't outright say like, "Oh, you're matching us up because we're the same size," they're thinking it.
Yeah, but also like on the flip side, maybe like if you were like going to like you have a big guy friend and you have like a tiny petite
A
girlfriend.
friend of size.
And you're just like, you go to the girl and you're like, I want to set you up with Daniel. And she's like, what? Like, I don't know. I don't think this is that big of a deal.
It's a sensitive area.
I get why it's a sensitive area, but I also think like it's 2020. Let's be body positive. You don't know how they're
Big
going
is
to react.
beautiful.
Like I think you have to know what your friends are like. Like, is your guy friend like one of those guys who doesn't, only want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like,
yeah. You also better make sure that they are actual like compatible matches, because if you're like, oh, you'll be great for each other, and they meet and they're like, yeah, this person sucks, like we have nothing in common, then it would be like, this is clearly the only reason you set us up.
yeah, if it sounds like he knows them pretty well. So I'm
Yeah.
like, here's the 2 things. Are they insecure about their own weight? Because if they are, that's what's going to make them question like you setting them up with somebody heavier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then they're going to be like, oh, well, he thinks I'm heavy and that's why he's
Yeah.
doing this. But if they're not, and they're really comfortable in their own skin, like, who cares?
Yeah, it's probably a case-by-case basis, and on all the stuff.
I
just
think you
mentioned.
do it because you know what? You don't get many chances of love. These 2 people should get a chance. Maybe they will hit it off. Maybe they hate each other.
You need to be pretty methodical in how you do it, though, I think.
Well, obviously, you're not like, hey,
You 2 are big. Let's go. Like, yeah, you can't do that, obviously.
your BMI is
Yeah,
high, her
like-
BMI is high. Let's set this up.
Even if you don't have the awkwardness of like, that, like, don't be the person who tries really, really hard to set 2 people up and isn't like that can be really annoying.
That's annoying in all cases.
It's like,
Here's the
no.
thing. I think if one of them comes to you or ever mentions like, yeah, I'm really like looking for somebody, you could be like, oh, I have this friend Daniel. You should totally meet him.
yeah.
Y'all have a lot of the same interests.
If
And then don't push it. But if you're pushing it, it's gonna get weird.
if one of my friends had another friend that I didn't know they thought that she would be really good for me, I would want her to say, and she was interested in me, let's say, I'd be like, hey, Heather, is interested in you. That's all I need. Like, I'll take it from there.
Yeah.
If I'm interested, I will pursue. If not, we'll just maintain. And I, but I don't need someone taking me all the way to like, hey, you 2 are finally in the same room. This is who I was telling you about. That's just too much for me.
Yeah, nothing is worse than a setup when it's like clear that there's a setup.
Yeah.
You know, I totally agree with you.
Or
When
just
I've had people set me up in the past and it's like, oh, like I've had friends who'd be like, hey, I know this guy. He's really great. I'm going to give him your number. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
He can approach
Or
me.
you should ask out my friend Heather.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's she all about?
But you don't need to be like, let's have a dinner. These two
Yeah.
are going to sit next to each other. There's going to be a full meet cute moment. Or let's go to a Dave Matthews concert. They're going to lock eyes
Because one,
to
that's
crash.
one
and
that's
they're
annoying,
gonna-
and two, it just puts too much pressure on the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. But I appreciate this guy. I
Yeah.
think if one of the
Intentions
friends
are pure.
expresses, either of the parties that he's trying to set up expresses like, hey, I'm looking for something.
And maybe
Then
put a
that's a
feeler out,
great-
like, are any of my friends that you would like to meet? Something like that, just to get it going on their end. Like, let them make that first initial step.
Yeah, I agree. The weight thing I feel like is not that big of an issue. It's more the like, don't be the asshole guy who's like, well, asshole's a
force the
strong
issue.
term, but like, don't be the annoying guy.
Yeah.
But I think he's being genuine, and I also think that if you go about it the right way, they're not going to get like their feelings hurt, especially if they're interested in finding somebody.
Yeah. And this is more. This can apply to more than just like weight issues. It's like, I don't know.
You know what
Never mind.
No,
I
no,
literally-
go ahead.
No.
I thought about that Office episode where Michael makes everyone in the office set him up with somebody,
Yeah.
and Phyllis is like, I have a friend, and he's like, he's trying to ask how big she is without
directly asking.
so he was like, would she sink a canoe? Or whatever he says.
Yeah.
Or would she fit in a regular size canoe? Or he says something like about that.
And then he gets so irritated with
And
her.
then she's like, no. And he's like, but you also have to, I mean, the setup part is hard because it's like solely based on physical attraction until people meet, you know? It's not based on like any other qualities.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know what happens.
Please do.
Well, I'm going to let you guys know what's about to happen. I'm going to tell you a little bit about men's diets because they're falling behind, Dillon.
Don't look at me. I'm taking my ritual every day.
Over 70% of men don't get enough vitamin E,
Don't look at me. I'm taking my ritual.
and up to 97% of men don't get enough vitamin D from the diet.
Randy.
Fundamentally, some men may overvalue exercise and undervalue nutrition and may think, hey, if I look healthy, I am healthy.
Do not make that mistake.
Don't make that mistake. I'm here to take that logic and break it. There's more to having health than meets the eye. Ritual, longtime sponsor. They're introducing the essential for men, the obsessively researched multivitamin that's formulated to help fill nutritional gaps in men's diets. Dillon, you and I both take these.
Yes, we do.
Big fans.
Yes.
Easy.
Makes me feel great. It smells great when you open the bottle. It's like, oh, it's freaking on today.
Yeah.
I'm about to just fill my body full of rich nutrients and vitamins.
Can honestly
on.
say it's the first multivitamin I've ever taken that I will go out of my way to waft or just stick
yeah.
my nose inside the bottle and just get a whiff of.
For sure.
It's solid. The ritual nutrients, are on display. These vegan-friendly, non-GMO, sugar-free, gluten-free, and major allergen-free multivitamins are traceable because where it's from is just as important as what it's for. They always deliver. The subscription-based supplement is easy to start and easy to snooze. It's only about $1 a day, and to have essential nutrients delivered to your door for $1 a day, that is a big deal. Very cool. Love it. Aesthetically pleasing branding as well.
I really like the subscription aspect in this whole deal.
Yeah.
Because
makes
vitamins,
it easy.
like everyday vitamin kind of thing, you don't really think about to like keep picking up at the store or ordering online, whatever. So just boom, 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 just keep hitting you with it. It's great.
Right now we got a special offer. Get 10% off your first 3 months when you visit ritual.com/Randy. Again, ritual.com/Randy. Start your ritual today. That's 10% off during your first 3 months. Step up your nutrient game with Essential for Men. You want to do a voicemail?
Thank you, Dave. Let's do a voicemail.
Got a sort of wedding etiquette-ish question for you guys. Want to get your take. During quarantine, I've been growing up the beard. I'm normally a clean-shaven person, but so we're many months in. I've got this kind of wild-ass looking beard, and next week I'm going to be in a wedding. And I guess it came out the other day Like the bride said something to the groom about like, oh, I hope he cleans that up before the wedding. Pretty much she just doesn't like my beard. No problem with me. I was planning to probably shave soon anyways. But I brought this up in a different friend group that was part of the reason I was shaving this week was because their wedding's coming up. And they all thought it was almost rude that she would say something about my my beard in that case. So I wanted your guys' take, like, if someone has a beard or like a weird haircut or something that you don't like that's going to be in your wedding, do you say something? Do you tell them, like, hey, man, could you get that cleaned up? Or is that just totally trash? You kind of got to live with that. Look forward to hearing what you have to say.
All right. Sally, I'll let you answer this. I think, okay, I don't think you can straight up ask a guy to, like, shave his beard off or lose a mustache. But I think it's fair game to ask him to clean it up if it's, like, unkempt.
I agree.
If it's if he's let it go over quarantine, maybe he hadn't shaved in a month. Like right now, my neck's a little bit out of control. I would have to bring that up a little bit.
Get a beard trim.
I would have to tighten it up. I think that's okay because a wedding, a lot of pictures are going on.
Yeah.
And these are pictures you're going to have, ideally for the rest of your life, right? And you don't want to look at it, 20 years down the line and be like, man, that asshole just didn't care enough about my big day to clean up his nasty COVID beard.
Right.
But you can't just try to like ask someone to change their look, like get rid of the beard. No.
So, I agree with you. If you are accepting an invitation, I guess, I don't know, somebody asking you to be in their wedding party, there are certain like rules, unspoken rules you need to abide by, and one of those is like looking presentable because you're at a wedding, which is like anywhere from a semi-formal to a formal event that's going to have pictures. So I think this includes cleaning up your beard. I think asking someone to shave is absurd. Like, don't do that. But cleaning up the beard or like if you have absurd facial hair, like maybe you have like or just a soul patch as a joke, like you got to get rid of that.
If you're growing out a mullet to just be funny and quirky during quarantine, like
if
you have to get rid of it.
I've been in plenty of weddings where guys have long hair and they like make it look presentable. I mean, like act like you're going to somebody else's wedding.
Yeah.
If Will had a crazy beard and we were going to somebody's wedding, I'd probably make him trim it down just because you're going to somebody's wedding. Like, so you should do the same for being in the actual wedding for the same exact reason that you said, which was pictures. Like, that's a sign of respect. I mean, I don't think this guy needs to shave at all, but like having a Duck Dynasty beard is probably not like the best move.
And that extends on down to your wardrobe too. Like iron your shirt. Yeah. Don't have your tie loosened, just hanging off of your neck, that kind of stuff.
And that goes the same for girls. It's like you're not going to go if you went to Jamaica the week before and got cornrows, you got to take those out. You can't be like showing up with purple hair or like black nails. If that's not like, if the bride really doesn't give a shit, great. But most people who are having like regular ass weddings just want people to like look presentable like they would if you were like going to church or something like that. And maybe I get what this guy's saying, but I feel like his friends are like, oh, that bride's a bitch. Like she's not saying like, or hopefully not, I don't know her, like, oh, he needs to like totally clean it up, but like, groom it a little. And that's totally fine.
Yep, that's total fair game, in my opinion.
I do think it's like, I mean, people are asked to do wild shit all the time for weddings. Like for girls to like, all wear their hair the same way, I think is absurd. And like, do their nails the same and things like that. Like some of that gets over the top. There's definitely some bridezillas, but I think having people look well kept is nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what the equivalent to, like the female equivalent to this would be, like a guy making them clean up his beard.
Like having a girl who has like crazy purple hair.
Yeah.
Like especially in quarantine where like blondes dyed their hair pink and stuff. Like you don't want to show up like that to a wedding because then you're going to be the girl with pink hair in somebody's pictures.
And you can't, like I said, like a guy, you can't ask him to completely shave a beard off or a mustache. Right. Much like a girl, you can't be like, hey, Sally, could you please wear your hair up at,
Yeah.
You can't.
Or like no
Can
middle
you please
part.
No
lose
middle
5 pounds before my wedding?
Oh,
so
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that this is that
Clean
big
it
a
up,
deal.
though, man.
But this is more of like, as a guest and somebody in the wedding, like that should just be your standard.
Yeah. The year of quarantine is not an excuse to just look like a slob.
Yeah.
Clean it up. It's a big day. It's respectful.
It sounds like this guy was already doing that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do an email. Hey,
Yeah.
great minds. Hey, y'all. Several years ago, my college roommate adopted an old English sheepdog puppy named Sir Rupert. Cute name. Around the beginning of our senior year, she began dating a guy, sociopath, who hated dogs. After graduation, they decided to move to Charlotte together, and she asked if I would take Sir Rupert. Of course, at this point, I love this dog, and he's basically mine already, so I graciously accepted. Last week, I got a text from her letting me know that she and her boyfriend broke up, and she wants her dog back. It's been 2 years since we moved out, and Sir Rupert and I have been living together in Chicago with my boyfriend and his dog all this time. He's been my full physical and financial responsibility, and I consider him to be my dog. After informing her that she will not be getting the dog back, she has even texted me threatening a lawsuit. Is this the biggest trash move ever, or am I in the wrong? Thanks.
You are so not in the wrong. You can't give up your dog for a guy and then ask for it back 2 years later. If it was a week, I'll hear you out. 2 years? That's her dog now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years is a long time.
Talk
Especially
about
in the span of a dog.
talk about confusing a dog too.
Yeah,
That's not okay.
no, it's not.
And who's to say she's not going to get back with a sociopath boyfriend?
Yeah, she probably will. And we'll be back at square one again.
Here's my question. Legally, Dave, what can the girl do? The old college roommate.
I don't think she has much of a case. Now, I think, what did she say? She's living in Chicago, so we're looking at Illinois law. This dog will be treated as personal property, which this young lady intended to abandon, gave away, and it's been yours. You've been taking care of it. I'm thinking this would be great for Judge Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Judge Judy would have a field day.
She's
with
probably
this.
done this.
I guarantee she's
Yeah.
done. She's done like, you know how much
Yeah.
she's worth, by the way.
She's
A shit ton.
loaded.
She's like flirting with $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and if she's threatening via text a lawsuit, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, if it gets a little bit more serious and you get like a demand letter, obviously go get your own lawyer. But just know that like anything you put into writing going forward, now that you know that there's a potential for litigation over this, I know that sounds like overkill, but just know that that could come out. So be careful what you say. But you're doing all the right things. You've done all the right things. It's your dog now. She gave it away, gave it to you. It's personal property. And I think you're going to be in the right on this. Now,
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
then, like, morally, I think you're definitely
I
you have
agree.
no responsibility to give it back.
Is it like, does it cushion the blow at all for the girl if you're like offer to pay for whatever the dog costs? Like, clearly that's not what the girl cares about, the college roommate. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that you outright own the dog, but like she gave away the dog.
This is like making my skin crawl. The fact that she's even questioning if she's in the wrong here, it bothers me because she gave up her dog for a guy.
Right. And moved.
And you were kind enough, gracious enough to accept this dog into your life and give it a home and care for it for 2 freaking years.
Mm-hmm.
Not 2 months, not 2 weeks, not 2 days, 2 years. That's a lot of time.
I don't think she
That is
owes
your dog.
the roommate anything.
Absolutely not.
But obviously it's pretty awkward. I don't know how close of friends they still are, like, or if this is going to affect their friend group. But it's pretty trash of the college roommate. I think it's a trash move of her to come back and ask for it.
And they moved away, too. They moved to Charlotte. Meanwhile, she's back in Chicago. She's caring for Sir Rupert. By the way, great name for this the dog that looks the way these dogs do.
Yeah.
It's just a great name.
Well,
Sir
yeah,
Rupert.
it sucks. I mean, like,
It's a shitty situation, but she put you in it.
yeah, you're right.
By being a selfish,
Stand firm.
bad dog owner.
And you probably are going to lose friendship over it, but like, she doesn't sound like a very cool person
Well, you
anyway.
get to come home to Sir Rupert,
Yeah,
which is tight.
yeah.
Yeah.
These dogs are
Did
cool
she send
looking.
pics?
No, but I Google imaged, and they're cool looking dogs, man.
Very cool.
Very hairy. Lots of hair.
Mhm.
A lot of hair.
Wouldn't do great down here in the Texas heat, but they're
I know
they're in
somebody who
Chi-town.
has one. They keep him like super close shaved.
Really?
He's massive. His name's Bo. He's
Bo?
like a horse, essentially. He's
yeah,
massive.
that's a cute dog, man. Yeah, you're not in the wrong. Not even close. keep doing your thing. Take care of the dog. And if she wants to take you to a small claims court or whatever, have at it. You have a strong case, and the dog's worth it. Put up a fight.
No one's gonna make you give that dog back.
No, absolutely not.
And likely, I doubt this girl has the paperwork of like the sale and all that that she owns it.
Imagine the scolding that Judge Judy would give this person.
It would just be embarrassing.
Oh, she would just torpedo her.
Yeah.
Maybe right into Judge Judy. I don't know. Try to get on the show.
Oh, I could see her writing an angry response back.
Yes. Keep us posted.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong on this, if you're a lawyer in Illinois and you like seen otherwise, let me know. I'm interested.
Dave will take your case pro bono.
I really will. If you're in Texas.
You want to talk some honey, Dad?
I'd love to talk honey.
Just absolutely one of my all-time favorite sponsors. Sorry to all the other ones, but it is.
Especially these days, because it feels like online shopping is the only shopping we really do.
Your boy can't stop online shopping.
Trust me,
it's kind of a problem.
You should see my household.
Honey is great because you download it, it's there, it's a plug-in, and then you're in you're checking out. It's online somewhere. You got some dope sneakers or something, and Honey's like, guess what, dude? I'm about to save you 15% on these, just out of nowhere. It's like you forget you have it, and it's like a little, just looking out for you all the time.
All this by downloading a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and automatically applies the best one available at checkout.
Actually,
it's just like having a little guardian angel. For your pocketbook.
I used this recently. I bought some jeans at the recommendation of our friend Barrett, some black jeans, and Honey saved me. I'm not even kidding. 30% of my purchase.
Don't wear those Friday. Somewhere in my black jeans.
You're not going to be able to stop me.
Because we can't both be the black jeans guy. I know it's your birthday, but you can't. It's too cliche.
I don't really know what shoes I'm going to wear with them yet, honestly. But.
You get Honey on your computer for free in 2 easy clicks by going to joinhoney.com/Randy. Again, joinhoney.com/Randy. Then when you're checking out on one of its over 30,000 supported sites, Honey pops up and all you have to do apply coupons. Yeah, I'm going to apply those coupons every time.
And then you can see the little bar, like the progression bar. It's searching for the best coupon, the best one to save you the most money. It's so tight.
Oh, how about a little bit more about Honey? They found it has over 17 million members, and they've saved over $2 billion for said members. How about that?
That's a lot of green.
I think so. They support all kinds of retailers, from tech to gaming sites to fashion brands, even food delivery. That's huge. It's simple. If you have a computer, Honey needs to be on it. It's free. Again, honey.com/Randy. Join Honey today. Let's do another email.
Let's go.
Mail-in crew. My girlfriend's birthday is coming up, and I'm thinking about popping the question around that time. That being said, we're looking at visiting Austin in mid-November, and I was wondering if there are any must-sees while we are in town, or if you have any romantic hotels we should look into. I want to make this a surprise and a trip she won't forget. Thanks.
Obviously, this is Austin specific. It's not going to apply to most people listening, but, we're here for everybody, and we're pros on Austin. So, what do you got, Sally?
Just waiting for you to tell me what your most romantic hotel is.
It's been a minute since living in Austin forever. I don't really go to romantic hotels, but San Jose feels pretty romantic to me.
So there's like
bungalow style boutique hotel.
2, I would say, new hot spot boutique hotels in Austin. One is the Austin proper, which is downtown and close to everything and really cool, and Kelly Wurstler designed the whole thing. It's got a couple of restaurants in it. The McGuire Mormon did that are great. The Peacock is the Mediterranean one, really good.
I don't know either.
But people are also super into the Commodore Perry, which is they basically redid this mansion into a hotel.
That sounds tight.
And it's off North 35th ish, so it's a little north of downtown. But they've got a really cool pool setup, which honestly, mid-November, you could probably squeeze in some pool days.
Yeah,
there's a chance it could be 75. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people have been raving about the Commodore Perry. Actually,
tell me again where it is.
It's it's over by Hancock Golf Course.
Oh,
I think I'm pretty sure that's right. It's North Campus ish.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I would say those two. South Congress Hotel is always a great option because it's on South Congress. So Hotel San Jose.
I've only ever been in the bar area there. I've never explored.
They've got a really good pool situation too.
Okay.
Then all the bunkhouse ones, so like Hotel San Jose or Hotel St. Cecilia are pretty cool.
So Hotel St. Cecilia right now, I'm looking at rooms for their prices, very cheap.
Yeah,
Like now's the time if you're gonna go there because it's normally like a crazy expensive hotel.
we stayed at we did a staycation at another bunkhouse hotel in San Antonio, and it was really fun. You really feel like you're like, I don't know, all of these places I feel like you're kind of staying at a like really cool friend's house, you know, and not really a hotel. Then people will tell you stuff like the Driscoll because it's like a classic, but like
Haunted.
Potentially haunted.
Spooky
Haunted.
season.
If it was like Christmas, I would say do the Driscoll.
The Driscoll has a great
Oh.
little cocktail lounge bar area. There's
Yeah,
a
that's true.
Piano in there.
But there's like cooler places in Austin, I think.
Yeah, there are. But it is a fun old.
You know where I
Hotel.
haven't been is Zaza. Didn't Klein stay there?
Oh, I've never been.
Klein
there
stayed
either.
at Zaza.
Yeah, I think he got like a random deal there. That's what
I
when
did
he
not
came
know
into town
that.
like a couple months ago.
Stephen F. Austin's a
No,
fun place.
no. That's an Intercontinental. We don't. You need to
But
go
it's-
for
it's-
like a
but
boutique.
It's nice, but it's
But
not
it's-
like romantic. It's like a cool place if you're in town for like business.
That's where I
Yeah.
consummated my marriage.
Well,
Me too.
Hey, what's up?
Were you
dude?
there?
Not during the consummation. I
Oh,
wasn't.
okay.
No.
so those are my hotel takes. If you were gonna go to dinner, I don't know.
There-
I mean, there's just a million places.
South Congress Hotel.
The where do I eat in
Location-wise.
Austin question, it drives me insane because there are so many good places to eat
So-
in Austin.
Honestly, y'all should reach out to us like personally, but another person that you can do, I'm gonna just plug her really fast, is Alex Rychek, who Will's had on his podcast before, friend of the pod. She is an Austin like food blogger, but she also is a publicist for a bunch of Austin businesses. You can check her out on Checkmark Eats, which is like CHEK Mark Eats. Has some really good recs.
She is awesome.
She's a must follow if you enjoy.
And
if you're
she-
in Austin for an extended period of time. Honestly,
She has some great like restaurant recommendations, hikes to do, like all the public open stuff right now.
she posted those Pop Tarts the
I
other
know,
day,
those
and I was like,
Pop-Tarts.
dude, where do I get these fucking Pop
I
Tarts?
know. I mean, we can tell you all the like you already know the main spots that we hit that are not romantic, like Matt's El Rancho. But there are some really cool restaurants in Austin right now. It's just hard to like tell you what to do without getting specific about what you want to do. But I actually really the Peacock is really cool. People are really into the Abba place. That's also a Mediterranean place. I feel like that's all over my Instagram right now. And people have really been into the Commodore Perry. Like they've got a really cool outdoor patio situation. There's like a million places in Austin. So maybe send us a DM if this is you and we'll help you out. But also get in touch with Alex Rychek. She's got an Austin guide and it's very extensive
Yeah,
and
co-sign
good.
that.
I knew if I lobbed this question up to you, you just throw it down real hard. So good job. It's a
What
basketball
is
reference.
your like
Why did
should
you mansplain
should
that to
he
me?
should he take her to like Mount Bonnell?
Mount Bonnell's cool.
I've never been.
Never been to Mount Bonnell?
No.
If you want to get engaged, it's like somewhere really cool. It's where I got engaged. Like you can just come to our apartment and we'll set up a video camera.
That's where I got engaged too, by the way.
What?
I got engaged.
Oh, at
there.
your apartment?
No, Mount Bonnell.
Oh no, you got engaged at Mount Bonnell. I feel like that's like a popular place.
It was. Yeah,
Or
it
like
is.
the 360 lookout, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's where Micah and Caitlin got engaged at Mount Bonnell as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a cool spot.
But yeah, let us know. You can hit up the Groves and we'll let you use our apartment to get engaged in. It was really special.
Very romantic.
You want to do a voicemail now?
Ooh, yeah.
So, like, if I'm, like, starting to talk to a girl and she, like, hates sports, is it, like, a deal breaker? Or am I just being, like, a total dick about this? I don't know. Like, it's college football season. Like, I'm putting down big boy stack parlays from what Too Much Dip tells me to. And she, like, can't stand sports. Like, what do I do?
Damn.
I will never understand
What to do?
where this way of talking came from. Like the Connor.
What's this
the
dude's
Connor
area
S.
code?
I don't know. I already deleted his original message.
This dude's got a Cali boy swag.
It's either Cali or like
Affluent
Dallas.
Dallas, Houston, or Austin.
I don't
Like,
understand it.
for some weird reason.
And this is also how guy who used to work with Jake talks, who is from Florida. He talks like that.
Your brother kind of has a hint of this.
Really?
Harry, yeah. Like it's just like real
It's-
mellow.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's
like,
just 'cause
but like
Harry
chill,
smokes
bro.
pot.
Maybe it is the pot.
He's such a chill dude.
Sorry, Harry, for outing you.
It's just
We
yeah.
should cut that out.
All right, so this guy's putting big boy stacks down on the big game.
On the par. I hope he's not using our pick.
If he does, he's not.
Dylan will
doing-
pay back.
He's very, very broke now. Am I crazy for saying that this is not only not a deal breaker but preferred?
What, girls not into sports?
Yeah, I don't care really, but like girl who's just like, yeah, just go do your thing, watch your sports, and I'm gonna be doing my thing. Like just
That's pretty
I don't
nice.
know.
That's kind of my setup now.
yeah,
Alyssa, she was really into Baylor football, and then everything went down. And she'll watch it now, but
Yeah.
she's not nearly as into it as she was.
unless she's so not into sports that it affects your time watching sports. She's like, no, let's get out of the house, let's go to the park or something like that, or whatever. You
I
can't.
mean, if
watch.
she has a problem with you watching sports,
That's a
then
problem.
That's probably
Yeah.
yeah,
a deal breaker for you.
But if she's cool enough that she just lets you do your thing, like that's the ideal situation.
I don't think you want. Will doesn't want me sitting there talking to him about Premier League. Okay, like
Yeah.
he doesn't want my hot soccer
Exactly.
takes.
you should do
If
that.
you got really into soccer and like you got up with him and watched it with him on Saturday
No, but
mornings or whatever.
what's so sad is like how much he watches it. I actually like know
Oh yeah.
way too much about it.
You just know the coaches, the attractive coaches.
Jurgen Klopp. I like recognize players' names and like kind of get the rules now, but I'm not like sitting there like talking to him about it.
hmm
I think Will would prefer to not watch sports with me because he's watched a Texas game with me before many a time, and I'm not good to watch with because I'm very emotional
Yeah.
and mean.
I don't think I'm fun to watch Texas games with either.
But like,
You're not.
I like sports, but I also like I don't really care about professional sports, to be honest. So like, I think Will and I had a good setup because I was like fine watching Detroit teams be terrible and not really caring. You know, like have learned to let it go. But you don't want like the diehard fan. Like that's a lot to deal with.
yeah.
Or I think what the worst thing is, like diehard fans one thing, but like the worst thing is girl who thinks she knows about sports but really doesn't know.
Well, it's girl who tries really hard to be into sports because she think guys like
Care
find
about that.
find that attractive in her. I'm not speaking for all guys, but I just don't like. It's not. I mean, it's cool if you're into sports. Just like I'm down with that, but I don't need you to be in sports at all.
I've never known a guy, and this includes me, who's been like, man, yeah, and she's just really, really into all the sports, same
Yeah.
sports. It's like that's never like factored into the equation from anybody I know.
Yeah.
It's not a deal breaker either way.
Yeah.
I throw on games.
Yeah.
And Alyssa goes and watches something on Netflix.
Yeah.
Emily in Paris, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm down here watching a Cowboy game, yelling at the TV.
Yeah. When Texas loses to OU or something, I want it to ruin just my day, not
Right.
not your day.
That
too.
is a really good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I feel like I used to care a lot more about, like I used to watch a lot of college football when I was younger. Now I just don't care. Maybe because Texas sucks or like
Yeah, that's why.
I realize I have a life.
I
don't know.
I've also realized that I've become a pretty fair weather fan across the board.
Yeah.
Like when Texas is 2-2 right now. I just this season's kind of lost me. I'm gonna watch the games, but I don't really care that much anymore. And the Cowboys, they're 2-3, and the Dak just went down. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Garrett.
watch. I love the Cowboys, but I'm not gonna be upset when they lose their next game. Same with Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me fair weather
Like-
or just like reasonable. I don't know.
I think the only time this is a deal breaker is like say your team is like in the Super Bowl and she literally like can't even like muster the energy to give a shit about that. Like maybe that matters.
Yeah, throw on a jersey or something.
Yeah, but like if she wants to go watch The Office in the other room, let her do it.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Have at it. Yeah, like she can be into
It's
stuff. that I'm
probably
not
better
into.
if she doesn't know how much money you're losing sports
Yeah,
betting.
if she really likes to garden,
It
like
is.
go off. I'm not going to go out there and garden with you, but I don't care if you garden. I'm Not that that's like something that women should. Oh,
You just dug yourself into a hole.
I
Pun
know,
intended.
I
You're
know.
on fire.
maybe she likes to lift big boy weight. We'll say that.
Say, wow, you're
And I just like to cycle. That's fine. Go lift your
Whoa.
big boy weight.
Why you at what's wrong with cycling?
Nothing at all. Just saying. I was trying to not to be gender specific with. I'm just gonna shut up.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna shut up.
Okay.
You never know who you're gonna offend these days.
Tell me about it.
But like the sports thing, I think is so stupid because anybody can be into sports if they want to. It's like if a girl called in and was like, "My boyfriend isn't into watching like the same TV shows I am."
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
You don't have to all do the same exact thing all the time.
I think a lot of relationships work well when you're pretty different.
So I think about like what if so I used to watch a lot of Ranger baseball, and this year I didn't watch as much because obviously they're in a rebuild and they're absolutely historically
They're
bad.
very bad.
But I would always have a game on, like I love watching a game as long as they were somewhat competitive, and like the thought of like me like her like me expecting her to like be there and watch like a 3.5 hour baseball game. And just sit there and watch this. Like, it's just a lot of times sports is just background.
Yeah.
And I'm looking
For
at
sure.
Twitter on my phone. It's kind of a nice way to decompress.
I mean,
honestly.
to each their own on what they want the background noise to be. Will wants it to be soccer. I want it to be usually The Office is what I'm really getting a kick
Oh.
on right now. But like, some friends, some TV show I know everything to and I don't have to pay attention. I feel like that's how a lot of people
Man.
treat sports.
The office is always there to run back. It's
Are you
great.
and Alyssa like syncing schedules, or because that's exactly what you?
I recently got back into The Office. Not like got back into it, but I'm really crushing season 3, which is like my favorite season. And I haven't seen it in a while because I like had to take a break. And it's so good.
It's
That's a
very
good way to
entertaining.
do it.
You making dinner Friday, by the way?
Whoa! So now she's got to cook.
No, making it to the dinner outing. Shut up, David.
Oh, okay.
I could have worded that better. You're right. Sally?
Yes,
Yeah?
with some stipulations
If it's
we'll
not too
talk
late.
about later. Yeah, if I don't have to wait for an hour and a half outside
Okay.
of math.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Voicemail.
Speaking of cooking, yeah, let's go.
Hey, Dill, Sal, Brett, Dave, Will, whoever is on the episode today. Parker, Missouri. So I'm going first thing in November to a Friendsgiving with a girl I like, meeting some of her friends for the first time. Everybody's bringing a side dish, and I really want to stunt and impress not only her but her friends with my cooking abilities. So what would be the perfect Thanksgiving side dish to really show off your culinary abilities? Would love to hear your takes. Have a good one. Bye.
Look at this guy.
Scallop potatoes.
Ooh.
What kind?
Scallop potatoes.
I was gonna say au gratin. I don't, but
I think it's like the same thing.
yeah.
I do this every year for Thanksgiving because somebody's going to bring mashed potatoes. And then once people realize there's like potatoes au gratin or scallop potatoes, whatever you want to call them, you're like, oh shit, that's just a bunch of potatoes and cheese and cream. Hell yeah, I'm into it. So there's 2 recipes. One, Chrissy Teigen has a great one. It's got like literal like chunks of ham in it and like all this cheese, and you make like a cream sauce, and it's the whole thing. But also, I have a great recipe that's actually a friend's recipe. Will's friend Tube Stocks' recipe. That if you DM me, this guy only, because it's a secret recipe, I will
Whoa.
give it to him.
What an honor.
But if other people DM me, I'm going to say no. So just FYI.
Okay.
I think that's how you stunt. Or, here's my other one. Homemade from scratch green bean casserole.
I was gonna say,
Ooh.
for me, that's like it's not a complete Thanksgiving meal unless that's their dish, which is green bean casserole. I love it so much. I've never made it.
I've been
Shocker.
making it from scratch lately, the Alton Brown recipe,
Really?
in a cast iron. I have some edits, but because it's not like, so the like traditional green bean casserole, like cans of green beans, cans of cream and mushroom soup,
Yeah, I don't like it when
the
it's too
French's onion. So I've been like making all of it myself, and it was
Go
a
off.
hit.
creamy. Okay.
And that's like when people find out that you made it from scratch, people are really impressed. And they can tell because it like looks very rustic in the
Yeah.
cast iron. It's not like
That
you came with like a
That sounds very, very good.
green bean casserole is tight.
It is. Dressing, some people call it stuffing, is also something I kind of have to have at Thanksgiving.
Have to have, but no one's like.
Oh, I go in on it.
I know people go in on it, but are you ever like at the end of the meal being like, "Damn, that stuffing was great."
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I love it.
I do too. I just drenched it in gravy though. I'm never like that was the best part of the meal, even though like sneaky it is. I think the way that's done on people is like come in, you clearly put effort into it. You didn't go to like
Yeah.
Luby's and grab a side of something.
Do y'all have like a friend group that you do this with? Because I know we don't do it as a friend group.
I was gonna
Unless y'all
suggest that
do
we
it
should
that
do
way.
it. I did it.
Never done one.
We used to do it in college all the time, and then Lily threw a couple. And one of the ones Lily threw, I did scallop potatoes. But it also got really weird because it was her whole work friends and then like just me and Will. And they started playing this like charades-esque game, but like all doing
no.
work jokes. And we were like, we can't win this game because like we have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I haven't done a Friendsgiving in a while.
Never been a part of one.
Should we have a watched
I
Friendsgiving?
did one like 5 years ago. We're gonna do something holiday-ish for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have our Christmas party, but Thanksgiving we don't have anything on the books. I know that.
You don't like. I feel like those two sides are really good. You could always like come with like a homemade pie.
Ooh,
A dessert. Always a
Um,
flex.
homemade pecan.
what if you just show up with like
Pie.
a ham? You're like, we do ham as well at Thanksgiving.
Couple meat options. I wouldn't hate it.
Maybe some truffle mac and cheese.
You can only have one fall dessert. What is it?
No. This is part of my bonus question later.
Oh, let's save that for the bonus question. So I got this last question, Dave. It's the last email.
Dylan, didn't you want to? Never mind.
You gonna do something about spaghetti and meatballs?
No,
or
I was gonna
what?
say you could bring a warm apple pie, American pie.
Yeah, I get it, Dave.
Randy knows what's up.
God, my peanut butter cookies I made last year were so dope.
Mm.
All right, go, Dave.
Sup, squad? Recently, since April, seems like one long month to me, started talking to and dating a girl who told me she has an OnlyFans and used to be a sugar baby. I really like her, and she's told me she's cut that stuff out for the most part. I don't want to sound like an immature bitch boy, but it bugs me a lot. I brought it up once, and that's when she told me she was going to stop. However, I recently found out the Finsta
I hate that word so
she
much.
used when she was a sugar baby and is still active and posting. Am I wrong to be frustrated, or should I be more progressive and mature or something? Got a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
Might have to do some definitions before we go
Someone
about it.
remind me what Finsta means.
Fake Instagram.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to like make sure.
Yeah, basically like you post shit and not have your name attached to it. Okay. Part of me wants to say like, yeah, don't knock the hustle, go get that money, do what you got to do. But then I can't say that I wouldn't be bothered by this.
Yeah.
I would absolutely be bothered by this.
Am I inappropriate for thinking like being a sugar baby is kind of like a form of prostitution? You're just getting gifts from a guy.
A lot of time you're
presumably.
just getting paid
You're
for
getting paid
to give someone your attention.
And I don't know what you're giving in return other than just attention, or if you're giving more than that, which would be, I mean, yeah, that's an issue. I didn't know exactly what a sugar baby was.
Yeah,
That's
sugar baby is a
I just looked it
sugar
up.
daddy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Smart.
This is an issue because her Finsta is still active.
It's still active. She's lying to you if she's saying she's not posting and she is. So that's a problem.
Like if she, if this was an email from the guy and he was like, she used to be a sugar baby, but like it's past her, but I can't get over it, blah, blah, blah. But she assures me and
She's still sugar babying though.
blah, blah, blah. And she really wants to find love, et cetera, et cetera. But like, sounds like she wants to be a sugar baby again.
Yeah, if she's still like going out with men who are typically older, I think that's kind of how the sugar relationship works. If she's going out with these men behind your back, that's cheating. That's a big problem.
Well, I mean, do we know she's doing that, or she's just posting to the Instagram?
I don't know. Maybe she's just getting paid to like message with men. I don't
Does
know
she
how
still
it
have an
works.
OnlyFans account?
It kind of sounds like that part we don't know. It's
So
not
here's
clear.
the deal. I mean, again, it's 2020. Anybody can do whatever they want with their bodies to make money
Sure,
legally.
but
Whatever
there-
is legal. I don't know.
there are things that come along with doing.
But
shit
it's
like
if
this.
you are going to date somebody who's in that business, you have to be okay with it. Like,
Yeah.
I would even like equate this to like the tamer version, aka your girlfriend is like a bottle girl. Okay, like, are you psyched that she's like flirting with dudes for her job, like constantly? Probably not. So
She's
that's
probably
like,
bringing home money though.
yeah, exactly. So like, she should do whatever the hell she wants, be empowered, make money. But if you're gonna have a problem with that, then like probably your relationship's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would be more concerned that she's being dishonest with you.
Yeah.
Than that she's has an OnlyFans account. Like she's lying to you about the sugar baby thing. That's a
Right.
big
Like
problem.
that's a bigger issue. But also like I just don't think he's ever gonna be cool with it.
No.
Regardless. Even
Well,
if
he's
she
not.
like just had an OnlyFans account.
And to be fair, most people are not cool with this.
Right,
So it's
but-
not like you're being an immature bitch boy, as you said.
I don't think he's being an immature bitch boy.
No.
no,
he's not.
no. You're asking the right questions. I'm curious. Does she have another source of income? Like, what is this her full time? Was this her
It's
full
hard to
time
say.
gig?
This is all we have.
That could be the real issue here. Like,
yeah.
is she gonna be cool with getting a 9 to 5?
And you know that when you engage in stuff like this, when you allow someone to pay you for their attention, or you have an OnlyFans where maybe I don't know what goes on in OnlyFans. I think there's a lot of nudes that happen there. When you choose to do this, you go into it with the understanding that most guys aren't going to be cool with it.
Right.
So it's just a risk you accept when you start OnlyFans.
Man, I feel like the only way to settle this is for you to send Dillon the at.
Is that like the Patreon of nudes? Like you just pay
Yes,
like
that's
okay.
I
exactly
think
what
that's
it is.
exactly what an OnlyFans is.
Okay.
It's for OnlyFans, fans only.
Like how Patreon is for patrons.
Wonder what my
Yeah.
feet. Wonder what my feet pics would like. What's the market value on those bad boys?
You're right there on the edge of jumping into that.
No, I've turned down. Not to brag, but I've turned down money for my feet pics.
I know some people who have not. They've done quite well.
Yeah. Did we answer this? He has a lot of questions are kind of stuffed into this one, but did we answer for the most
Yeah.
part? Yeah, I think you just, honestly, I just think you just move on to somebody else at the end of the day. I hate to say it.
Man, this
Right.
question has so much, like, so many words and like phrases.
I
That
think
are,
this
like,
guy's a
over our
Gen
head.
Zer.
He's got to be.
How old are Gen Zers?
Younger than millennials.
So like 18 and under ish?
No, like 18 to probably mid 20s.
Oh, okay.
Like early 20s.
Randy's saying yes. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Randy.
I don't even know what the millennial group is.
Yeah, what are you? Okay. I am too. I made the cut.
Huh.
Did you, Grandpa?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
It's like 82 and up or something like that the year. So I'm in. I'm not like super proud of it, but I am a millennial.
You put off boomer vibes.
Stop. About to turn 37.
Yeah, we know.
Randy, don't give me that look, dog.
Sure.
I'm a
I
millennial.
think I accidentally told Will that I thought you were 15 years older than Brett the other day.
God.
I don't know why in my head I calculated like that, but then
Yeah.
Will was like, that would make Dillon like straight up 42.
One of our old coworkers, it was my birthday. That thing I was turning like 34 or something, 35 maybe. And he goes, "Oh, so you're not a millennial anymore?" It's like that's not how that works, man. It follows you.
They didn't know that it was fluid.
Yeah, they thought it was
was
fluid. Yeah,
It was like a rank
You can,
that
like
you
graduate.
achieve.
You graduate out of it. Like
Who
no,
You
was it?
graduate to
It was Cisco.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, that's not how it works, dog.
No.
he thought you
I
graduated
swear.
to like Gen X.
Yeah,
Because I think that's the one above us.
Gen X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gen X.
Yeah, and then
The
it's
Pepsi
boomers.
generation.
What is Parks? He's
Parks
a
is-
5-year-old. Or
It's something not called named yet. Parks is like
He's just
they'll
Parks.
call it like the OnlyFan generation.
no.
the sugar
TikTok.
generation sugar.
I don't know what they'll call his generation, but like
Yeah.
because they already are at Z, so I don't know.
Yeah.
The COVID generation? Who knows?
Ooh,
What's up-
the 19s.
What's up with that bonus question? I know it's something.
Okay,
about dessert.
I did say it was heavy. So everyone, I really need you to lock in, okay? Fuck, marry, kill. Pumpkin pie, pecan pie, apple pie. You can have any of them with any toppings you want. I would probably
I do enjoy all three.
I'm fucking pumpkin.
Okay.
Pumpkin pie, that is.
You're not doing a warm apple pie?
Okay.
Don't write that down. Don't clip that, Randy. That's not, no. It's
I'm
out of
marrying
context.
pecan because I just want it like over and over again. I love pecan pie.
What are you killing?
I think I'm killing pumpkin pie.
Okay. So you're going to fuck apple pie?
I like
Oh,
them all.
wow,
I like them
cliche.
all. I like pumpkin pie, but something's got to get killed here.
Apple pie is going down. It's dead. I killed it.
Yeah, buy apple pie.
Apple
Apple pie is an American staple. It's delicious and it has been for the past 500 years.
Yeah,
whatever
it's time to
been.
move on, bro.
It's good.
Quit living in the past.
Apple
It's new
pie
era.
is damn good.
No, mine
vote.
is okay.
If
So
the apples are cooked through properly. Sometimes they're too crispy and it ruins it.
so yours is fuck apple, marry pecan, kill pumpkin.
That's correct.
Dave, yours is
He's fucking.
Oh,
fucking
you know
pumpkin.
what? We've played so many different variations. I kind of messed mine up.
This is the OG.
I'm effing. I'm going to F pecan, but I'm marrying pumpkin because pumpkin's my favorite.
and then you're killing apple. I had the
Apple's
exact
dead.
same answer as you because I do like pecan pie. But pecan pie is so rich that like that's my like I already had some pumpkin pie because that's my favorite. And then like if I'm really feeling naughty on Thanksgiving, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have another piece. You go for pecan.
By the way, Central
parents-
Market makes a great pecan pie.
Like the filling in it is so good, but it's like clearly bad for you. It's like made with like corn syrup or whatever.
Well, you're eating dessert. You can't
Yeah.
expect it to not be bad for you.
But pumpkin is a classic, and I will straight up eat a whole pumpkin pie if put in front of me.
I might pick key lime
It's,
over all of them.
it's so
by the way.
easy to eat.
Key lime is tight,
I love key
but that's
lime
not the
pie.
question.
I know.
Pumpkin's
It's a
feels
fall.
not as heavy. I could be wrong about that, but it's very easy to eat.
It's so easy to eat.
You could eat.
I
it-
love getting a slice and then just like with my fork, just like
you do the whipped cream?
shaving off a little.
If you put a coconut cream pie in front of my face, I'm gonna throw it in your face.
What do you think about when people do like a bourbon
Okay.
chocolate pecan pie? You know, like,
Chocolate pecan pie?
When people are like, it's a bourbon chocolate pecan
No, that's
pie.
just you're doing too much. I
It's
don't.
like,
I don't need
chill
all
out,
I don't need
okay?
all those flavors in there.
We
so to
don't.
be clear, you
Guy
put
Fieri,
cream-
just calm down, Flavor Town.
I want to make sure I got the notes right. You put a cream pie in your face and you're gonna throw it right back at it. What
I'm
is
just
it?
saying, if you set a coconut pie in front of me, I'm so disgusted with it. I'm gonna throw it in your face.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Coconut cream pie is tight.
No, I don't do it.
So good.
I don't do it, man.
Do you not like coconut?
Hate?
Oh,
Capital
coconut's
H.
delightful.
Huh?
Randy, what is your answer? I know you don't have a mic. Just tell us, and
You
then
can
I'll
relay
repeat
your
it.
answers to the microphone.
He's marrying apple.
You're
He's
killing
effing
pecan?
pumpkin.
Get at it.
He's
Get
killing
out.
pecan. We got to just end the show. That was one of the worst answers in the history of this podcast.
Good bonus
That was
question, Sally.
awful. Thank
Fun
you.
episode. You guys
I
have
thought
fun?
you were going to ask who we're voting for when you said it's going to be heavy.
It's
ass.
heavy.
Did you guys have fun?
I was until I heard your coconut pie take.
Okay. Well,
or your
I
cream
guess
pie
I
take.
was literally got you a coconut cream pie for your birthday. It's gonna have candles on it.
no.
It's gonna have a 45.
You wouldn't. Stop.
Your
37.
favorite Trump, your favorite president.
Oh, let's not start that. All right, guys. The hotline number, once again, 888-362-6245. Or write in at the link in our Twitter bio at Mail In Podcast. We'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.